Okay, if you come to a comfortable seated position on your mat, it's time to get up. We're starting with something slightly different today, and that's going to be horse stance on the wall. So start with your back on the wall. Bring your feet into a comfortably wide straddle position. And then all we're going to do is bend the knees and shuffle the bum down, getting the hips as close to level with the knees as we can. You want to have the toes slightly turned inwards relative to the thighs, just to be able to keep the knees happy. And as you're working with horse stance, you're tucking the tailbone down. I want you to think of this about pushing your lower back against the wall as if you're trying to lift your bum away from it. So shoulder blades and your lower back are firmly pressed against the wall. Then from here, bring the hands into prayer position and breathe. As you're working with this, feel for that engagement that you've got in your thighs. You're turning the muscles on, and it means that you're going to start using a bigger breath because they're big muscles, they need a lot of oxygen to keep them going. If you start to find that your legs are straightening, all you need to do is on your exhale, just lower the hips down another inch. Make sure that your breath is there, helping support you, helping support your hips. And from here, release the hands to the wall, raise the hips up, straighten the legs, give the hips a little bit of a shake out. Now coming back down onto your mat, this time we'll be starting with Baddha Konasana. So still working with that big breath you've just been building up, hands behind you, heels comfortably close to your hips. Then from here, rocking onto your right palm, bring the left hand to the middle of the left thigh. Long inhale, reach the chest up. As you exhale, roll the right shoulder down. Keep the right elbow bent. Begin to push right thigh down towards the floor and breathe. Remember, you're working with your body here. So if you push too strong, that right hip or even that left hip is going to feel like it's being threatened. So work on being able to convince this left hip to let go. Gentle amount of pressure, slow and steady breath. On your exhale, keeping the left palm where it is, halfway between the knee and the hip. As you breathe out, bend your right elbow, sweep the heart over to the right side of the mat, push down and away through the left hand. So now you're tractioning the left thigh towards the left knee. You're pulling the left thigh muscle away from the left hip. And if it's comfortable for you to straighten the left arm here, then you can. But recognize what you're creating in the left hip. It's a different sensation to the first part of the pose. And you're still working with your best breath just to help feed that left hip. Let it relax. On your inhale, coming back to center and pause. Take a moment to recognize the difference between the left hip and the right, because we've been working on the left and not the right here. And I want you to be able to feel for what it is that's different on this right side, because the hips tend to be fairly asymmetrical. Still working with your breath, take the right palm to the middle of the right thigh. Long inhale, draw the chest up without skipping stage one. Exhaling, slowly push the right hand down towards the floor and feel for what it is that you've got going on in that right hip. As always, back with your full breath. Keeping that right elbow bent. If it's comfortable for you to go stronger with the right hip, then go ahead. Just apply a little more pressure down through the right hand. And on your exhale, bend the left elbow. Swing the heart over to the left side, pushing down and away through the right hand now. As you pull that right thigh muscle away from the right hip, stay connected to what's happening there. Slow, steady breath. On your inhale, release and coming back to center. Pick the knees up, bring the heels out in front for knee pile. Take the left foot to the outside of the right hip, swing the right foot to the outside of the left. So you've got your sit bones resting on the floor, the knees piled one on top of the other. If this is too tight for you, then straighten out the left leg and turn this into half knee pile instead. Bring the hands down on either side of the front of your mat. Then inhale, reach the chest up. And exhaling, bring the heart forwards and lower the chest down. Breathe. And with that breath, if it's comfortable to go stronger, you inhale and draw the heart forwards. As you exhale, relax deeper into the fold. Recognize what it is that you're working with here. So in Baddha, we're releasing the inner thighs. When we're coming into knee pile, this is much more about the glutes, the piriformis, depending on what's tight. And the more information that you can get from these opening poses, the easier it's going to be able for you to understand what it is that's happening later on in the practice. On your inhale, walking the hands in, raise the chest up and take the hands behind you. Just unfold the legs and take them back the other way. So this time it's the left knee piled on top of the right. Hands down in front. Inhale, tall. Slow and easy, bring the chest forwards, lower the heart down. Then inhaling, walking the hands in and raising the chest up. Unravel your legs and lay down on your mat. Have your block close by, starting with frog lifting through. So interlace the hands together, top of the neck and the base of the skull. Bring your knees above your hips and have the heels in line with the knees. Then spread the knees comfortably wide apart. Open the mouth, exhale everything out. Take a huge inhale, fill the body up, lift the head and shoulders way up off the floor. Keep the chin away from the chest, still looking up at the ceiling. Exhaling, curling the tailbone up, so feeling for that stronger engagement in the core. Then inhaling, listen, release the pelvis down but lift the chest higher, so your heart stays lifted off the mat the whole time. 5 more, exhaling, curling tailbone up. Spread the thighs a little bit wider apart if that's comfortable for you. Inhale, relax just the pelvis down, keep the neck soft, head resting in the hands. Exhaling, curling tailbone up. Try pushing the knees away from the hips so you're tractioning the thighs out of the hip joints again. Inhale, fill the body, lower the pelvis down, keep lifting the shoulder blades off the floor. Take 3 more in your own breath. Then inhaling, release the chest and the pelvis back. Take the hands to the outside of the thighs and press the legs together. Lower the feet down to the floor. Now from here we're going to come into bridge with half lotus. If you're not entirely convinced that doing bridge with half lotus is going to be comfortable for you, then you can grab your block and take it underneath the back of the pelvis. But starting off, we're going to come up into bridge. So shuffle the heels in towards the bum, have them hip width apart. Flip the palms open towards the ceiling, take a full breath in. Exhaling, ground through the feet. Tuck the tailbone up, raise the pelvis. From here, if you'd like the support of the block, slide it tall ways underneath the back of the sacrum, the triangular bone at the back of the bum. If it doesn't work tall ways, then you can pop the block under medium ways. But you want to be able to make sure that as we're working with the pose, you're keeping as much weight as you can going down through the grounded leg rather than through the block. So the block is there as an assist. It's not just taking all of the pressure from the body. Together, take a long breath in. Exhaling, push down through right foot, bring the left knee up to the chest. Then inhaling, hook the left shin over the right thigh. If it's available to you, you can reach up with that right hand and bring your left heel closer up to your right hip. But make sure that you've got that left hip, the left knee in a comfortable position. Release the arms down on either side of the body. Take a slow inhale, fill the body up. As you exhale, reach the left knee down and forwards. So you're pushing the left knee down towards the floor and reaching the left knee towards the front of the room. Once again, coming back to this idea of tractioning the left thigh out of the left hip. Still grounding strongly through right foot, so you're building strength in the right leg. Full breath in, full breath out. Now you have some idea about what's going on in your hips already, particularly after we've been playing with Baddha Konasana. So recognizing what you felt in Baddha Kon towards the beginning of the practice and what you feel here in Half Lotus is doing the same pose with your right leg in Half Lotus going to be easier or tighter for you. On your inhale, unhook the left leg, ground the left heel, and exhaling, right knee up to the chest. Inhale, swing right shin over left thigh. If it's available, use the left hand to bring the right heel closer up to the pelvis. Then releasing the arms down on either side of the body. Again, reaching the right knee down, pushing the right knee forwards. On your inhale, unhooking the right leg, grounding the right heel. Then exhaling, tucking the tailbone up, gently lowering the hips down to the floor. From here, roll over onto your right side, press yourself up, come onto all fours facing towards the front of the mat, working with dolphin one leg. So, elbows down to the floor. Grab your biceps, choose your hand position, palms flat or hands clasped as you wish. Neck relaxed, shoulders above the elbows, knees under the hips. Tuck the toes under and inhale, reach the middle of the back up to ceiling. Exhaling, lift the knees up, come through to dolphin and breathe. On your exhale, raise the left leg up and back. Find a comfortable position to rest that left leg. Some degree of challenge, but still able to take the pose without struggling. Then working with your steady breath. Drawing the heart back towards the right knee, grounding the right heel towards the mat. In a moment, we're going to switch legs. If you're comfortable doing that without knees come down and give yourself a break, then go ahead. Lower the left leg down, switch, raise the right leg up. If you need to give yourself a little bit of TLC, then lower both knees down, roll the shoulders out, and when you're ready, come back to dolphin with the right leg raised. Making sure that you're still doing your best to keep the breath slow and steady. And exhaling gently, lower the feet and the knees to the floor. Sit the body up, roll the shoulders out and come standing up at the front of your mat, running through 4 classic suns. As we work through this, you're going to flow by yourself, following your own breath. If you're still not sure what it is that you're doing with the classic suns, then of course feel free to come along with me. Starting off together, exhale, bring the hands into prayer position and empty the body. Inhaling, off we go. Working through a series of 2 pose vignettes, we're going to be flowing through a sun-B to come into this first one. Lunge on the ball of the back foot, followed by a straightforward lunge. Exhaling, press the palms together in front of the heart. Inhaling, bend the knees, sink the hips and reach the arms up in chair. Then exhaling, fold forwards over straight legs. Take a slow breath in, reach the heart forwards, keep the neck soft. Exhaling, bend the knees, ground the palms flat, step or jump back through to plank and gently lower knees and chest to the floor. Shoulders back and inhale up through cobra. Exhaling, reach the heart forwards, lower down, drive back through to downward dog. Keep the right foot where it is. On your inhale, step the left foot to the left hand, stand up. Toes of both feet pointing straight forwards and hands onto the hips. Soften the right knee. Then from here, inhale, telescope the ribs up. And exhaling, use the hands, tuck the back of the pelvis down. Lower the right knee down, push the left knee forwards, find a depth that feels comfortable for you to play with. Then inhaling, release the arms up. As you're working with the pose, recognize what it is that you're building in that right leg. That intensity, similar to the one that we're working with when we're in horse stance, is really important for you to be able to stay connected to. Don't just let your mind get pushed out of your body because something doesn't feel easy for you here and now. If you need to adjust, you lower the right knee down for a stronger challenge, you raise the right knee up to make life a little easier. On your exhale, release the hands down, pad the right knee if you need to, and adjust for your low lunge position. So brace the hands on the left thigh before we come down into the pose. Exhaling, tuck tailbone down, really exaggerating that rounding out of the lower back. Then bring the hips down towards your left heel. From here, inhaling, reach the arms up, wrap the shoulders once again, and feel for what it is that you're opening in that right hip. If you can go stronger, reach the left knee towards the front of the room. But always staying connected to what it is that's happening in the right hip, being an observer to that change. On your exhale, releasing the hands down, gently step back to plank and lower knees and chest to the mat. Hands beneath or in front of the shoulders as you wish. Inhaling, reach up through to cobra. Exhaling, lower the heart down, press back through to downward dog. From downward dog, inhaling, right foot forwards. Take your time, keep your balance as you stand up. Hands to the hips, tuck tailbone with that left knee soft. Then lower the left knee, reach the right knee forwards. Inhaling, sweep the arms up, lunge on the ball of the back foot. On your exhale, release the hands down, lower the left knee, adjust for low lunge position, tucking tailbone to the right heel, inhaling, release the arms up. On your exhale, releasing the hands down, stepping back to plank, gently lowering the heart to the floor. Inhaling up through cobra. Exhaling, lower the chest forwards. Bring the heart back towards the knees for downward dog. Second vignette, we'll come through to warrior 2 and take 8 breaths there before we come down into warrior 2 ostrich fold. So inhaling, bring the left foot between the hands and turn the right foot out, stand up. Heel to arch alignment, toes the right foot forwards at the right heel. Have the left knee bent above the left heel and bring the hands onto the hips. Take a long breath in, reach the chest up. As you exhale, use the hands, tuck the tailbone down. Now, engage your left foot down against the floor. Engage the outside edge of your right foot against the mat. So you really feel this switch on your inner thighs. Then inhaling, spread the arms wide. Exhaling, roll the shoulders down, tuck the tailbone again. Breathe strong. On your next exhale, release the hands down together behind the back of the pelvis, palm to palm, interlock, and draw the shoulders down the back. Long breath in, reach the heart up. As you exhale, slowly take your time, bring the chest forwards, lower the heart down, soften the spine, relax the neck. Then play with lifting the arms away from the back of the body and breathe. Inhaling, draw the chest away from the hips. As you exhale, relax the heart down. Keep the jaw soft here. On your inhale, release the hands to the front of the mat, stepping back through to plank, and exhale, knees, chest down to the floor. Shoulders back, inhale up through cobra. Exhale, draw the heart forward, slow down, and bring yourself back to downward dog. On your inhale, right foot between the hands, turn the left foot out, stand up, adjust for your warrior 2, making sure that you've got the tailbone tucked and the feet actively engaged with the mat. From here, arms spread wide, shoulders soft, long flowing breath. On your exhale, bring the hands together behind the back of the pelvis, shoulders soft, deep breath in. As you exhale, fold forwards. Don't steer in any particular direction, just allow the hips to decide where they want you to go. Then relaxing the neck. On your exhale, raise the arms up if that feels good for you. Inhale, telescope the ribs away from the hips. And exhale, relax deeper into the fold. On your inhale, release the hands down to the front of the mat, stepping back through to plank, and exhale, knees, chest down to the floor. Roll the shoulders back and inhale, lift the heart in cobra. Exhale, draw the heart forwards, lower the chest down and push back through to downward dog. We're going to come to warrior one on the ball of the back foot and then pigeon. On your inhale, step the left foot forwards, stand up, keeping the toes of both feet pointing straight forwards here. Now, similar to lunge on the ball of the back foot, start by softening the right knee, just a little bit. From there, with the hands on the hips, inhale, telescope the ribs up, and exhale, use the hands, help to tuck the tailbone down. Then push left knee forwards and right heel back. So you can find that opening in the right hip. And if you'd like to, on your inhale, release the arms up above the shoulders. Breathe slow and steady. That opening in the right hip is formed by the tug of war between left knee pushing forwards and right heel pushing back. So you're in control of that intensity in the right hip. If you're happy going stronger, then go ahead. Reach left knee further forwards, drive right heel further back. But make sure that you keep that tuck in the tailbone, otherwise this is going to turn into an unintentional back bend. On your exhale, releasing the hands down, gently lower right knee and bring your left foot over to the right side of the mat for pigeon. Left knee gently down to the left side, flex the toes back as you lower that left knee, keep it happy. Shuffle the right knee back. If you're comfortable with the left shin parallel to the front of the mat, you can leave it there. If that feels a little tight, then feel free to bend the left knee more. From there, on your inhale, raise the chest up and exhale slowly. Bring the heart forwards, lower the chest down over the right shin. Fist under the forehead, elbows wide. If you're enjoying the stretch in pigeon, then feel free to leave it at that. If you'd like to go a little stronger, then push the front of your right hip down towards the floor. But feel for what it is that you're creating here. If you go too strong, the pose won't be nearly as efficient at releasing tension as opposed to you going at just the right depth. So feel for what the body's telling you. As you inhale, walk the hands in and raise the chest up. Lift the hips and step back through to plank. Exhaling, lower knees and chest all the way to the mat. Top of the feet on the floor. Inhaling, reach up through cobra. Exhaling, draw the heart forwards and lower chest down. Press back through to downward dog. Left foot stays where it is. And inhale, the right foot forwards. Stand up, hands to the hips, tucking tailbone. Reaching right knee forwards and left heel back. Finding your breath here. Once you've got that opening in the left hip, if you'd like to, release the arms up, keep the shoulders soft. As always, if it just starts to feel that your arms are tired of being up in the air, then feel free to keep the hands on the hips. As you're working with this, still focusing on being able to recognize what's happening in your body. As you're holding warrior one on the ball of the back foot, do you feel that the left hip is releasing? Do you feel it's releasing more quickly than the right hip did in the same pose? Or do you feel that it's being a little bit more resistant to change here? On your next exhale, releasing the hands down to the floor. Taking your right foot on a journey over to the left side of the mat. Lower right knee to the right side. Slide the left knee back. Bend the right knee more if you need to. If your right hip is lifted off the floor, as always, grab the block, wedge it underneath. When you're ready, bring the heart forwards, lower the chest down. Fist under the forehead, elbows spread wide. Slow and steady breath. On your inhale, lift the head up. Walk the hands back in, raise the hips and step back to plank. Exhaling, lower the heart down to the floor. Inhale up through cobra. Exhale, lower the chest down. Push yourself back through to downward dog. And then lower the knees down and come into a reclined position on your mat. Working with figure 4 back release and then reclined pigeon. Shuffle the heels in towards your bum. Cross your left shin over your right thigh, just like you did when we were working with bridge half lotus. But this time you're going to keep the left shin close to the right knee. Now bring your right foot up off the floor. Take the left arm between the legs and reach for your right shin. If you can't reach the right shin, grab the back of the right thigh instead. Then wrap the right arm on the outside of the right leg to meet your left hand. And from here, exhaling, tuck the shoulders down away from the ears, bend the elbows, squeeze that right knee up towards the body. Breathe slow and easy. From here, release the left hand but keep the right hand on the right leg. Wrap your left elbow around the left knee and bring the left hand onto the midpoint of your left calf, left shin. From there, release the right hand onto your left foot and release the right leg down to the floor. Now, using your arms to help keep that left leg cradled up towards the chest, start to extend the right leg forwards. Find a comfortable reclined position pose for you. If you're not sure where the leg's meant to be going here, it's left knee up to left armpit, left heel up to right armpit. So just like in pigeon, bringing the shin over the chest. And on your inhale, gently let the left leg down. Coming to the second side, so cross right shin over left thigh. Bring the left foot up off the floor, right arm in between the legs, grabbing hold of the left shin or the back of the left thigh. Left arm wraps around the outside to meet the right hand. Just 8 breaths here, drawing that left knee up towards the body. Then taking this a little deeper. Release the right arm from the left leg. Wrap right elbow around right knee. Grab the midway point between your right heel and your right knee rather. Then from there, lower the left leg down. Taking the left hand up to grab hold of the right shin. And on your exhale, slowly easing the right knee up to right armpit, right heel up to left armpit, and sliding the left foot forwards for reclined pigeon.
And inhaling gently, releasing your right leg down, adjusting yourself to a comfortable position for Shavasana. Once you're ready, once you've found somewhere you can relax, just close your eyes. Inhale till you're full through the nose. Open the mouth, exhale, release till you're empty. Do that a couple more times. Feel for being able to become softer in your physical body with each breath out. And when you're ready, just allowing yourself to slide into passivity. Let yourself be relaxed in your body and your breath and your mind. Just giving yourself a few moments of peace here at the end of your practice. And if you need to move, if you need to cough, then that's fine, that's what you do. And if you find your mind drifts off, then just reel it back in, attach it to the sensation of your passive breath and your passive body. We'll be here for a few minutes and I'll bring you back when we're done. Begin to deepen your breath. Start to stretch open your fingers, your palms and your wrists, your toes, your feet and your ankles. And bring the knees up towards the chest, wrap the arms around the legs and gently rock yourself from left to right. And release the right hand down by the right side of the head. As you exhale, rock over onto your right side. Gently press yourself up to a comfortable seated position. Have your hands in prayer position in front of your heart. Make the breath as strong as you can. Namaste.